Oh, well. I got up early today. I got up 8:30, but then I also changed cat litter and took care of some of the stuff before I came up. So that's why I am a little late, but it's not because I slept in. I wanted to, but wish he was made sure I got up at 8:36 a.m. this morning. I was just like, hey, don't forget, it's Friday. Oh yeah, absolutely does. Speaking of the song, I'm working on one about the cottage. Stan looked at it, and I had to agree with his assessment. It's like the chorus of my song says, "Ain't no bids high, or ain't no budget high enough, ain't no bids low enough. The house is a wreck. It's needs way too much money. The roof is rotting. The footings are gone. Underneath the cottage." The septic is a mess. There's poor drainage. Well, where's the well? Um, Even if we could find the well, it's probably contaminated with river water. No, I'll just pass it by. And I told Stan, I said, well, okay, I agree. This isn't worth it. But I can certainly write a song about it. Yeah, we should and we did. Yeah. Yeah. It's a wreck. Yeah. No FiOS, no cell bars at all. Nothing on T-Mobile. Nothing. Um, the town is like in the middle of like nowhere. He showed me some of the scenery around town. It's like there's like, I mean, it's worse than Goshen. And Goshen, Connecticut wasn't bad, but there wasn't anyone for miles. And the difference is it was Goshen. I think it had a few more trees. It was more like the song. There'll be a tombstone every mile. It's about. So you don't want to get lost on Highway 97 and that city in New York and go, oh, is that your tiny little rundown, rotting piece of wood house that you bought for $20,000 or whatever the price is? Boy, did you get hosed. So fortunately enough, I had, like I said, Stan and I both said, nope, not happening. I'm not exactly, I don't have to rush out of here and play games with a budget. Okay, it's just not needed. I get told Stan, we'll just keep looking. We're secure for now. We don't have to rush out the door. Yeah, tonight is the Turtle Wow with Brain Dead, Michelle, Jantix, me. Maybe we can get Gaming Theory to play too. That would be awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, so this not, it's still cold. You're cold as ice. We'll sacrifice your warmth. I got a sweater on top of a heavy wool cotton dress. It's freezing in here. I got the electric fire on in the bedroom, keeping the bedroom a little bit on the toasty side. But that's I only got it on like about 675 watts. So it's not like it's able to heat the whole house. If you did, you'd be sitting in the dark for sure because you could blow your 120 amp fuse. Yeah. Yeah. It's certainly the same here. Right now, I don't see any rain right now, but that doesn't mean nothing. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's just not. It's just not hospitable outside. It's just not. form. Oh, relax, Noodles. I got back to you. I responded in a form that was best for me and you. You know as well as I do. You don't know when you're streaming. You don't know when I'm streaming. You sent me an email or voicemail. I got it. I replied to it with a text message. I said, "What's up?" You said something about a guy in California. I said, Who's gonna pay for the train ticket?" So I respond to your question timely. It's not like I didn't get back to you like for 3 days in a row. I respond to you the same day you sent it. You got the text messages. Anyway, so that's what he said. So I actually did send him a text message back to Noodles. Besides that, Noodles, the fact of the matter is you and I both know you stream a lot. I stream a bit. I don't necessarily want to interrupt your show. And I didn't know what your schedule was. I know I was working on something else too. That's why text messages can be an asset. Because I can send you a message, right? Yeah. I mean, I like talking on the phone a little bit, but texting allows me and you to get to the messages when we realistically can. You know, I mean that's not unreasonable. I mean, you stream shows at different times. I was doing other projects at the same time, so it's just easy to leave a message, and it's short and sweet, and you can read it and then focus on how you're going to answer your question. Let's do with that. It works. It does work. It's the way of the future. Okay, so the panel is open. It's HVR. Good morning, Golden Girl. I know I saw you a little earlier. Brain Dead, I saw you, of course. I saw a lot of you guys. So let me just get into individually. Brain Dead, are you up to playing Turtle Wow tonight? With you, Jantix, Michelle, maybe Gaming Fairy. I don't know, because she didn't get back to me if she was going to play or not. He can read simple messages. I've heard him read simple messages. And I mean, my messages are pretty simple. I'm dropping off the... That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I have the lyrics to the song right now. I want to combine them with the montage of snapshots that Stan did to show what the cottage looks like. And I think it really will set the theme of the song. I got two different variations of the country song. I got one that's a really slow country ballad, which with the guitar and the slow country ballad twang, it's not too bad. The only thing is, I think it's a little bit. I mean, it certainly is. How do I describe it? It's pretty good, but all right, here comes Noodles now. Hold on a minute, but I don't think it's gonna work for me. Go ahead, Noodles. How you doing?
Michelle, I'm so mad at you. Okay. So there were other ways that you could have reached out to me. We could have talked. You never have any problem talking to people when you're on the live stream.
Right. Well, yeah, I know. We talk on the live stream a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is that I don't always know when you're live. So sometimes it's just easier to leave a message or respond by
Yeah,
message.
but Michelle, this isn't like a message thing, yes or no.
You said to me,
This is a
a
detail.
man in California wanted me to go out there and meet him in California. And I said to you, so that sounds fine, but who's going to pay for the train ticket?
Why are we taking a train? Why wouldn't we fly?
I'd rather not fly, thank you, because what damage it did to my hearing already.
Yeah, I'm not spending 5 days. I'm not spending 5 days on a train. I'd rather pay the extra $100,
Tiger
Michelle.
Kitty, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good.
That's good. Yeah, well, I would prefer to keep.
You're lucky Tiger Kitty's here now, Michelle. You're lucky.
Well, actually, I was coming to say to you, Michelle, you know, it's not on, Michelle, to be honest. You needed help with a cat. You phoned Noodles out of the blue because you needed something. You can do it.
Are we talking about the
Michelle.
cat? What are we talking about?
No, I'm saying that you can communicate with people and phone them.
Oh, I do. I did communicate with Noodles.
I'll post the text message that I got from her in regards to flying out to California, meeting up with people, and making money.
Right.
And Michelle, it's like, oh well, okay. Train? What does a train have to do with anything?
I said I'd be interested in go out there. I said, but who's paying for the train ticket?
Well, Michelle, but what if I said you were? Then the text conversation would have went on forever. Like it would have been another text, and then another text after that, and another text after that. So why don't you just call me, or you can do it in your Discord in the the voice chat.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Michelle.
Yeah, but like I said, I could do that too. But I already was working on another thing at the time when you texted me, so I was trying to get back to you as soon as I could because I knew you were not going to wait a couple hours for me to get back to you because it was already late at night.
Michelle, I called you 7 times, Michelle. 7 times yesterday.
Well, okay. But what does that tell you if you didn't get an answer 7 times?
What do you do with it? What are you doing with it, Michelle? You do absolutely nothing all day.
Wrong. Michelle was working on something, and she can
AI.
Yeah, an AI song, Michelle. By the way, AI creates that for you. You don't do any work, thank you. You don't do any work, Michelle.
It's not quite that simple, actually. There's a little bit of work that goes into it on my side.
25.
Well, here's the thing, Michelle. This is an opportunity. Do you
All right,
want
so
to go?
he's here now. So why doesn't he explain to me exactly who is proposing this? Let's start.
Maybe he doesn't know all the details, but there's an opportunity to take you to California, Michelle. Would you be interested?
I heard that.
Would you be interested?
I said yes. I said, but how are we going to pay for the train? How are we going to pay for the train ticket? That's what I did say. And of course, he didn't answer.
Why? But why can't we just fly, Michelle? Instead, why do we have to take the train?
Because I don't want any more damage done to my hearing. That's one reason.
How are you going to get to Brazil, Michelle?
Well, Brazil, you could take a ship, just like you could over to the UK if you really want to.
You need to get over the fear of flying. Are you scared of flying? Are you scared of flying, Michelle? Is that what it is? You just don't like flying?
I don't like flying at all. No.
Michelle, how about this? This weekend, I come pick you up, and we drive down to Tiger Kitty's. And you hang out by yourself. I'm going to hang out with Tiger Kitty. And you just hang out in, like, the guest room or something. You have a pool, right, Tiger Kitty?
No, I don't have a pool.
No.
She don't have a pool, but even if she did, it's gonna be too cold this Sunday to go bathing in a pool. However, next Sunday will be a high of 28 degrees Celsius. So it is that difference. Yeah.
So you're interested in going, but you just don't want to fly.
All right. If that's the case, Michelle, that's all you got to say. We'll figure something out. For us to get out there to drive, Michelle, I'm not taking a bus. There's no way. Drive would be like 2 weeks.
Hell no.
I can't. I can't do that.
You've got to
Time is of the essence.
You've got to get on an airplane, Michelle. I've never heard of anybody losing their hearing on an airplane.
Well, there's always reverse time. That's true.
Right, but if you're with Noodles, he would hold your hand, and you could get a little drink on the airplane and watch a little in-flight TV.
Can we like tranquilize her?
You can tranquilize her. The doctor will give you medication for her. We could do that. That's a good idea. How about that, Michelle? We get you some pills.
No, because I got to be sober during the whole trip for obvious reasons. Give me enough THC, and you won't even see me except hear a snoring machine sitting in the seat next to you.
All right, so Michelle, the reason why I got contacted about you yesterday was because of your whole LSD talk. They want you to take mescaline, LSD, acid, and MDMH or something like that, all on this trip. And you're going to be hanging out with Gucci's and Chicken Andy.
Okay, I don't know anything about who they are, but I think we should also make sure to realize that me and Michelle's trip, I got a real strong feeling it's going to be very different than the standard solo trip. Yeah.
Michelle, why are you even thinking about it? You're not doing all them drugs. God, you are not doing drugs and tripping, Michelle.
Michelle, there's no way. Michelle, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be a complete asshole when it comes to drugs and alcohol with you on this trip. You're only allowed a certain amount of drinks and a certain amount of gummies, and that's it.
Yeah, I think it's for the best.
Yeah.
I'm not having a Slingshot Warrior 2.0. Guy was out of control last time, Michelle.
Speaking of that, what would Slingshot Warrior say about doing the same amount of THC to me and Lummy did? No, Lord. I don't think he would do well.
You know what? I did a 50 milligram, Michelle, and I was stoned for 2 days. I just recently came down from this high. I don't know how the hell you did that.
200.
Oh, okay.
What? Wait, what did you do?
I did 200 milligrams.
Oh, Tiger, I was about to throw up. I was about to vomit. Like the room was spinning and everything.
Yeah.
That's the trouble with edibles, Michelle.
But you know what was nice was this kind of like the song Sunday Morning Coming Down, because me and Michelle were walking down the city sidewalks pretty much as a team, holding hands and giggling the whole time.
You're tripping your tits off with Bloomy.
Smelling the fried chicken, Michelle? Fried chicken.
Smelling someone cooking fried chicken and lasagna and hamburger patties.
All right, so Michelle, maybe this is something that you can get everyone around. Maybe we could find out how much the plane tickets would be, and see if we can get some money together, Michelle.
And what about the hotel? That's
no. We're staying on someone's property. And you're probably going to be mad when you find out who it is, but we can't really say. But when you find out who it is, I think either you're going to be like, oh, and you're probably going to want to go home, but it'll be fine. Trust me.
Yeah.
Sounds fun, Michelle. Adventure, another adventure. Life's so short. And Grizz said that his daughter also has ear problems, and it can be uncomfortable to fly. What about with ear?
It was for me,
Michelle. What about if you wore ear muffs, whatever they're called.
The problem is the pressure differential between the inner and the outer ear. It's not. My ischial tubes do not drain properly. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't want to be on a 7-hour flight with her being like, my ears. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Well, that's a problem. Because Michelle's telling the truth. That's exactly how the damage was done to her here. She originally went on a plane with a cold, and it totally messed up the whole system completely.
Yeah, I don't know how he did 800 milligrams or megatons of THC, but holy shit, man, you guys are out of your mind. I took one of those gummies, and I was like, oh no, this is too much. I don't even know what the hell I was saying, Michelle.
I mean, Comedy Flu had a 3,000 milligram bag of gummies. I only had 250s out of it.
Oh my god!
And then I had out of mine, I had like 225, so maybe 150. But either way, that was enough. Yeah, Michelle was out cold for like days. Even yesterday, she was just getting the very last of it out of her system. Yeah.
That's incredible.
So earplugs are no good. So what can you do, Grace, then? What can we do for her? To help the pressure in her ears. There must be something. Hi, Joseph. Yes, Noodles is here. Baldo's here.
Hi, Joe.
Here. Don't worry, he's here.
Monkey.
Yeah, so Stan and I looked at the house yesterday. He and Green Thing actually went out, and then he came back and he uploaded a video of what he saw, and I said to him, yeah, that house is too far gone to do anything with. It's not worth it.
They should set that thing on fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, kind of, it looks like it did have a fire, actually. Especially,
I mean, first of all, Michelle, you'd be responsible for cutting the lawn, all that crap if that was yours.
I know that. The thing is the problem is the septic tank is definitely sketchy. And the well, wherever the well is, the pump is probably rusted to hell. It's probably not. There's a lot of questionable status of the footings underneath, which are on 4x4s. Or, 4x4s or 6x6s. That looks really kind of sketchy too, and I don't really think those footings are good. So a whole building is like an old crotchety disaster, just waiting for someone to just throw a Zippo in there.
Hey, Michelle, let me ask you a question. Would you want to meet a real witch?
Yeah, I actually would like to meet another real witch. I do know of one. So, yes, I would like to meet another real witch.
So there's a witch in New Jersey. She has like a pink house, a pink car, and you can just like walk up to her and like be like, hey, my name is Michelle. Can I come in your house and hang out? And she lets people come in her house and look at all of her stuff. Would you want to do that?
We could do that, sure. They should give her a little bit of idea of who I am so she wouldn't be like, who is that? And once you show them the documentary, she probably will be more than likely to be excited to meet me because she probably isn't too many people that know much about the North American Snow Queen.
Well, either that or she's going to say, get the fuck out of my house.
Well, that's the other reason I'm saying is to show her the documentary so that she would actually be able to tell you if she's disinvited or not ahead of time.
Yeah.
I have no idea, Grace, if Noodles washed his bum today.
Riz, I'm going to go see Lilo and Stitch tonight. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm about to go see Lilo and Stitch.
I have the link to the panel. It's HVR.
It's the same link, Joseph, but can you try to be normal and not... Hey, let's do a thing, Joe. You're not allowed to mention anything disgusting or sexual. Let's see how long you last.
Go and go. I don't want to see drama start either, so I'm trying to avoid that.
There you go. Tiger Kitty can have suck your nipples. He didn't last very long, did he?
It's HVR, not HRV. His royal vehicle? No, it's his heavy
HVR.
vehicle. HVR,
Sorry,
his heavier
HVR.
vehicle.
So, Michelle, I'll come over tonight, pick you up. We'll drive out to the witch house in Jersey. And then we're going to drive down to Tiger Kitty's place and spend the whole entire weekend there, Michelle. Extended weekend.
Well, did Tiger Kitty actually say she was ready to have people come up to her house?
No, Michelle,
Nope.
I didn't.
Nope.
So you need to ask her first. Don't be a peppermint patty, Noodles.
Well, instead of asking, why don't we just tell? We'll just tell her, Michelle.
I still love that episode of the Peanuts there, or the Thanksgiving when Peppermint Patty is trying to invite herself to Chuck's house for Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's kind of cute. And then all of a sudden, Peppermint Patty's sitting there complaining, "Hey, Chuck, where's the mashed potatoes? Where's the stuffing? Where's the turkey? You inviting yourself here, sir?" Says Mercy. Oh, God, that's a good point.
Lilo and
Let's see.
Whatever happened to Ebony, Michelle? I haven't seen Ebony all week.
I haven't seen her either. I don't know. Maybe she's been busy with doing something else with Ray and his daughter.
Oh my God, Joe!
Ooh.
Don't be so gross.
Imagine if that's what happens.
That is so
That wouldn't be
gross.
that bad. Ebony's a
Joseph,
nice
that's
lady.
what
I wouldn't
I'm
mind.
talking about. With some of your comments are just so off that it doesn't fit in the morning show. It don't.
Yeah, we kind of are a bit cooler in the morning, Joe. We keep it together
It's on
without.
Saturday nights we tend to get a little more off the wall because we don't monetize the Saturday night show until maybe way afterwards after I review it and I determine if it's monetizable.
Yeah. So save your drinking the vag juice comments to the Saturday night show.
Yeah. But you have to come up on Discord to join the night show, though. So, let me remind people how to get to the Discord if you do not already know. It's in the lounge on Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. So go to this link. Come in. Say hello. And introduce yourself a little bit. And then we'll give you your verified badge. And then you can join us up on Saturday night.
Michelle, let me ask you a question. What does dirty, nasty nads do for you, or that miserable gay galaxy eyes? What do they do for you, Michelle?
So just hang out and talk to us.
That is very, very great with animals. So if you've got any animal questions, ask Nat.
And I never had a problem with Nads either.
Nads is lovely.
She's actually a pretty cool person.
So is Galaxy. Just she's not here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Noodles doesn't like him, but I'm not sure exactly
He
why.
does like him. That's the thing. He's messing about.
Yeah, I know.
He likes to have... he hasn't got Red anymore. So he can't be poking at Red. So he needs a new poker. And just happens to be Nads and Galaxy Eyes. And a little bit of Golden.
By the way, did you know how many people actually watched the morning show yesterday?
No, Michelle, how many?
I'm going to get the number right now for you. That's actually pretty surprising. Where's my cursor? Up there on the top of the screen. I see it. Yeah, okay. Just open up another window so that I don't want to lose the chat. So you can. I got it. All right, here we go. And the answer is right now. At this point, is 217 views.
Wow, what happened yesterday morning?
That was yesterday morning.
I know, but I'm trying to think what we were doing.
Talked about a lot of different things.
Oh, we were talking.
What's that?
Yeah, we had a lot of different things. I don't know. It's usually when there's been drama, you get a load of views.
I know one of the things that we talked about was does Michelle have a sense of reality? What she's getting into with this house? That was one of the questions that came up.
You need somewhere better than what you're living. I think that's what we tend to do as humans. You don't need nowhere worse than what you live in, Michelle. Not that Stan would have put you in a derelict building, but at your age, you just need an easy life, Michelle.
What me and Stan agreed on, that house is way too far gone to really be feasible to fix.
It would be basically building it up from scratch.
Pretty much. Then a couple leftover boards from the place, but then you gotta run all new electrics. You're gonna need a whole new septic system.
Whenever I looked at it, I was just thinking money pit, money pit, money pit.
Yeah, we wrote a whole song for it. I just got done putting it together, but now I'm gonna go with the snapshots that Stan took, so that we can actually put the face behind the lyrics. But if you want to hear the lyrics, I'll play them for you now. I'll make everybody leave again. Oh, God.
No, don't. Maybe at the end play it.
Maybe I'll play it at the end of the show. Or maybe I'll just...
Oh, are they, Joseph? You've actually said something without being sexual. Ostrich eggs are tasty. I've never had an ostrich egg. I would imagine they're huge. Either. Do you think they taste like normal eggs, Michelle, an ostrich egg?
Yeah. Fred Flintstone-size omelets. Well, I need an omelet. I'm coming, Fred. I don't have any eggs right now. I gotta go to the store. I need some pterodactyl eggs for you.
I wonder, Michelle, I've only ever eaten eggs different species. Like, would a robin's egg taste like a fried egg if you fried it? Would a blackbird's egg?
I have no idea what the other eggs would taste like. I mean, some people even eat quail eggs, and those are tiny.
Yeah.
About the size of those little Cadbury mini eggs. Yeah. He says, Golden Girl said, Emu and Ostrich Farm not too far from me. Okay, Comedy Flu's coming up now. I'm going to get him on the screen. Oh, I got to moderate you. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me get over here.
Hold on a minute.
I got it.
Hello. Hey, good morning. How you doing? So, Michelle, did you find your gummies?
Find your gummies, Michelle.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I bet someone pinched them when they, you left them on the table and someone went past and bloody whooped.
See, Doreen said she grabbed them and took them in the house. So I don't know if she really did or she assumed she did. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? All I know is
in the house. She just hasn't looked.
Yeah. All I know is Michelle gave me one of the gummies out of that bag. Then I read what flavor it was, and I never touched that bag again. That's all I'm going to say.
Comedy. It's not, not very good.
So yesterday we got limited no ads, but I don't know why. I did put a request in for review, but I don't know what we did yesterday that would get limited no ads.
I thought there was an F word yesterday.
Yeah, but you can swear. Michelle, I was watching some live streams that were getting loads of donations last night, and they were effing and C-wording. It's because Michelle is putting this at under 18. You can get donations if you're over 18, Michelle.
Yeah, I know you can, but you also don't get the same number of viewers either. So we try to make our shows suitable for all families.
See, she's going for family friendly, and that's how we're getting hurt, Tiger.
So, like for example, the night shows on Saturday night, we know is definitely not family friendly. So we just mark that as non-monetized, so it can still be viewed by the public.
Okay, this, Joseph, is why we don't swear and do stuff, because these shows are not for the age group we would say that to.
Yeah, it's definitely not appropriate for families. You know,
our community is a bunch of old people, but let's focus towards
our
these kids who
community is older people, but it's also, it's more something that a mother and her sons or daughters can watch together. It's not like shocking or repulsive.
Yeah, but Michelle, that's a good point, Jem. If you talk about drugs and things, that's probably not, our general topics are for people of our age. Sex, drugs.
We do talk about drugs.
We talk about everything.
But yeah, we did about that 2 days ago too, and that stream was fully monetized.
That's why I like 21 plus, everybody. 21 plus.
We talked about this 2 days ago, Tuesday with Kitty, and the stream was fully monetized. No problems. So,
Michelle, I'm gonna go beat up Google for you. Hang on, hold my drink.
Why is Galaxy saying she's leaving?
Galaxy, don't leave.
Why would she be leaving?
Why is she under a different account as well? What's going on this morning? Please don't confuse me.
Yeah,
she's confused.
Joseph Grace, I don't understand some of your mentality.
Do you think he's got Tourette's, Michelle? Like Tourette's, people can't help it. They go like F, 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 F. Oh, C word, C word, C word. Hi, good morning. How you doing? F, 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 F. C word, C word.
He sounds more like it's more than just that. I think he's got something. He's got sex on his mind all the time.
Yeah, he probably needs a good.
Hey, that sounds like me, but not all the time. You know what I mean.
He needs a good seeing too, Michelle. That's the problem.
A good seeing too.
And I guess my English girls aren't sorting him out. But I know why. I wouldn't be. It's a bit forward, Joseph. You need to work on your chat up lines.
Yeah, Joseph, it's so easy to.
Well, the thing that worries me, is that I think he doesn't really understand that there's a time and a place for different types of topics, and that really is not appropriate for YouTube. Maybe for Pornhub.
He's a bit retarded, Michelle. Let's just. So
we're supposed to more say slow.
Joseph, I think I'm going to have to send you a timeout if you don't go ahead and start taking a cold shower. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to point out to you that I do find it a little bit discomforting.
You're making Michelle nervous, Joseph. Can we please get back on topic this morning?
Hey, Tiger, there was a moment there where you were being a little flirty, though. That's all I'm going to say.
I was flirty. To him?
I'm not. Yeah, wasn't there a time where you were flirting? I could swear there was a time we were flirting with Joseph.
Just being playful, no, it's not the time. The place on Saturday
Maybe
nights,
I'm wrong.
Yes,
I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Oh, no, that was homeless. I'm sorry, I got screwed up. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Jim. Yes, Jim.
You're all right, Joe. Just try and keep your retardation down this morning, please. Thank you.
You're coming in at 11. Turn it down to
coming in
6.
at a high retardation this morning, Joseph. Can we lower it down a little bit, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
You're making Michelle uncomfortable.
Nat says, wait, I'm upset about what's up with Golden Girl.
What?
What? Well, yeah.
What? I missed something.
What is it about Golden Girl that's upsetting you?
Galaxy.
I know she's hungry and I gotta cook.
All I know is that Golden Girl said that she's
No.
not interested in
Wait,
drama.
Michelle. Look, guys, you gotta realize I can't read what's being said. It's very small. Plus,
It is very small today.
Michelle is going up and down, up and down. It moves the chat.
Yeah, she's in control.
She's in control. But where's Galaxy gone? I think it's Galaxy. I'm upset. What's up with Golden? Galaxy. What's up with Galaxy?
Yeah.
Galaxy. Go back up and see what Galaxy said. I think she said she was saying goodbye. Thought she was joking. Oh, can we not have this?
Well, Nat said she was upset about what's going on with Gold Girl. I understand.
No, she made a mistake. She corrected herself to Galaxy.
Okay. Oh, Galaxy. Okay. Let's see now.
Well, Galaxy, I don't know what's going on, but come back.
I do know that Golden Girl doesn't want to see the show turn into a drama pit in the morning. I don't blame her.
She just said goodbye and took off. Well, we're not having that. She can't just come in and say goodbye and take off.
In fact, I'm surprised she even said goodbye at all. She didn't even have to even come in. She could have just quietly just never even showed up.
Well, if you're listening, Galaxy, we do not accept your goodbye.
That's a great one. I love it.
Yeah. But it doesn't make any sense anyway. Say goodbye.
Why is she in on that account as well? Ugh.
She has multiple accounts. She has 2.
I've had enough of that guy. Glad this allows to block comments. Oh, so she's just Golden's just blocking.
Yeah.
Joe.
Say, what does that mean, Joseph? I'm warning you. No, you're trying to talk about something that I'm finding discommoding. I'm going to have to send you out. I'm serious.
She's going to block you, Joe. You're on thin ice. Oh,
I'll tell you what, Joe. Take a cold shower. You got 24 hours to do it.
24 hours? Why are you adding me as a moderator? Look at it.
All right, give me 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
To go take a cold shower.
All right. Joseph, come back in 30 minutes.
Take a cold shower. Do what you gotta do with your body. But we don't need to hear a play-by-play about it.
Oh.
I'll play a couple rounds of golf in the shower.
You're not going anywhere, Hammer. And it's the worst thing. We can't even ask Galaxy what's up because she's not in the bloody Discord.
I guess I have to take blame for that.
Yeah. No, she's not in their Discord because she's not in their Discord. Yeah, you're right. You can't. I got her email, but I don't know if it's going to do you any good if she doesn't want to respond to you.
I don't like just emailing people. Like, I don't want her to get in trouble with her. I don't know if she's told her husband she's not on YouTube anymore, and then I go and email her, and then I cause a load of drama. I'm still able
to email her. It's just, anyways.
You're not leaving. No one's leaving. Everyone sit down. Sit down.
Why, Brandon, you want to leave now?
They're joking. They're not.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Let's all get 2 spots, just sit around the fire and listen to the camp stories. Tiger, can I have a sip of your juice box?
A sip of my juice buds.
Juice box.
Oh,
Well, I don't know what it's like
you
up there
wanted
where
a
you
sip of
are,
my
Golden
juice
Girl,
buds.
but it's
Well,
cold,
that's what
it's
you want.
wet.
Okay.
Last night
Give me
was
some
in
of your
the
juicy
last
buds.
night was in the 40s. I actually was freezing. I had the electric fire going at 650 watt setting. Cat was snuggled up right next to me, trying to keep warm.
You were cold? Were you in bed or not in bed?
I was in bed.
Oh,
with the
you need
cat.
to put more blankets on, Michelle.
I did. Plus, I had the cat laying right next to me too. He was
Well, I
buzzing
never
up a
get
storm.
cold in bed. I've got my cat and I'm all balled up.
Yeah.
I like to be colder at night time than warm.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. I get that.
I like to have my fan on.
But you know what? Here's the
Continue.
sad truth, guys. It's not going to really be close to normal seasonal temperatures until this next weekend.
Oh, that's all right. We'll be moaning when it gets warm, Michelle. So you're moaning now it's too cold. Next week you'll be moaning it's too bloody hot.
Well, when Sunday's 28 degrees Celsius, that's pretty close to my limit, but it's not too inhospitable. I just I also haven't heard any more from companies yet either, so I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know.
I thought we were going to let companies go.
No, he's not, Hammer. But thank you for the donation.
Thank you very much.
David
Thank you very
Baldu is
much.
driving me away from this channel.
Why would you say David Baldu's driving you away from this channel? I mean, he doesn't really even come up here and talk much on the show.
Michelle asking the real questions. Why are people getting drove away?
Grizz, I actually have to agree with you on that. I really do. Because it seems to me that Michelle and I have been around a lot of people on YouTube channels than the Boy, especially, even though we're not in the Boy. No,
You
we're
are.
not.
You are in the Boy, Michelle.
No, I'm not in the Boy. Actually,
You
I never
are.
even joined it.
You don't get a chance to join. You just get lumbered in there.
Anyone who's at the bottom of YouTube is the bottom of YouTube.
But my channel also is part of a lot of other communities too,
Your
indirectly.
Boy.
You got your DIYers, you got your homesteaders, you got your music guys, you got your technology guys, you got your a lot of different things that we do. We got gaming people, not many, but a few of them anyway. So we have many different groups that come here, but the reason why they come here is because they like the atmosphere.
Right. Good morning, Jantix, and good morning, Ebony.
Good morning, Jantix. Good morning, Ebony. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Old Doyle, as well.
Doyle rules.
Here comes Bradley.
Hey, Bradley.
By the way,
Brad.
Jantix, I sent you a DM suggesting that you should try to put a few more videos up on your YouTube channel because people said to me, there's only those 2 shorts up there. I said, yeah. I said, that's true. She needs to get some more content up there on your YouTube channel.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Brad?
Yeah.
I'm the Moit, the middle of YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
The more
By the way, our
Yeah, the
subscriber
boy.
count is going back up again. This morning
almost
we were
it
at,
sounded like you said the moist.
this morning we were up to 10,718. So we're getting our viewers
Lemony.
back now.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, get them views up, baby, baby!
Oh, thank you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Max Jonas.
His harebrained ideas, Michelle. Tiger, he is driving me away.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
no.
Thank you so much for the donation.
I know
Maybe
it's trying to go on that.
Bergs and Noodles should just get married and get it over with.
All right, I'm gonna give no
Well,
heart on the
I
other
will
one
say
too.
Bergs has been on his best behavior recently with me, so
Fucking he better be.
I'm
got
loving
nothing.
my Burger Boy again.
If he ever makes fun of my last name again, I'll smack him.
Oh, he will. And he'll piss me off, no doubt. But for the moment, he's being all right. So he's back to my Burger Boy.
Just drive the short guy. Uh-oh, this old man's getting ready to get ran over.
Yeah.
I will take my position as his oldest, longest-serving Burgette. I have his T-shirt as well. I found it in the cupboard. I've got one of Michelle's. I found an old Boyd T-shirt. I don't know where I got that from. Really old. And I found one from Burger Boys.
Who invented this voice? I want to know.
Before I was even around here, or before any of us.
Yes, I know that.
Nuke the boy.
The
Moit's attacking the boy. Yeah, the Moit's attacking the boy. The middle of YouTube's crushing down on the bottom.
You know, by the way,
Let me tell you something, brother.
Gidget
Sorry,
had a
Michelle.
chance to. She's not here right now, but when Gidget comes, I'm sure she would love to discuss what she found out about me, which actually was really exciting. But I will just give you a recap, real short. She said, "You are one of the most unusual, most special people I have ever worked with, and that's why I like you so much.
I'll agree with
you're
that.
so unique."
I'll agree with that. Most
Yeah, you
people
rock,
have
Michelle.
hero syndrome and want to save you. That's true, Grizz. I do want to save her. I want her to succeed.
Dude, I word of
we all
mouth
do.
channel to a lot of people, whether they tune in or not.
Well,
you know,
at least I don't
they're
have
missing
rotten
out.
floors, and I don't have a roof that's collapsing. At least I do have glass in my windows. So at least I'm more salvageable than that cottage was. Well, it had glass in the window, but it didn't have very
You mean
many
that
windows.
bungalow?
You're moaning you were cold last night. You'd have been freezing in that little shack.
Oh my
There
god.
ain't no door. There is no.
Beyond nippy.
There was no
Get
door in
frostbite.
there.
The North American snowbite.
But Grizz is quite right there. We do want to save you for some unknown reason. We all want to help Michelle, and I don't know why it is. And it becomes
Maybe
part of
because
your
you
life.
all realize that Michelle is a very unique soul and that she's got
But
some
it becomes
very
part
wonderful
of people's
redeeming
life.
qualities. Oh,
We-
It's an
oh my
obsession.
goodness.
Yeah, it's
Thank
like-
you so much.
Thank you, Ebony,
Michelle,
so much.
special.
Thank you.
What's up now? You put your hands up. You put your hands up. You put your hands up.
Like you just don't care. Put your hands
you
up
just
like you
don't
just
care.
don't care. Wave them in the air like you just don't care. Woo!
No, I'm sorry. I am an Earth sign, not a Mars sign. Maybe Aries might like Mars, but I'm not suitable for Mars.
Why do you think we all want to save you, Michelle? Some more than others. Some, like me, to the point where
So
I
much
will,
than
Well-
I will go to war for you.
That's the reason why I was saying this is you should actually talk to Gitchy. You'd be surprised what she has been finding out. That is,
Michelle, would you like to meet the future governor of New Jersey this weekend?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
the future governor of New Jersey. Is that the
Yeah, you
woman you're talking about?
Huh?
You need to do that, Michelle.
You should definitely
You
do it,
need-
Michelle.
Well, I wouldn't mind meeting. I would not mind meeting anybody. That would be fine.
So do you want to do it or no?
I said yes, I would.
Michelle, can we put on a nice frock for this?
Well, let's see what I got.
Yeah, you getting that also that soft friend?
I don't really have
Look at
any
you
nice
yesterday.
frocks. I have,
You have nice frocks. You've got loads of nice frocks.
especially it has to be something that's kind of heavy because it's been so cold lately. Yeah.
Croc rock.
Like I'm
So
wearing
Michelle,
that.
if we do this,
I'm wearing
gonna have
that
to pick you up early.
umber dress with a sweater on top of it right now because it's freezing in here.
I can't believe you're that cold, Michelle.
It's freezing up
What
here.
about your hoodie? You've got your hoodie. You've got 2 new hoodies that you've never worn.
It's 59 up here in the mountains.
Yeah.
Michelle, why do you never wear anything I send you? Why aren't you wearing that lovely purple hoodie I got you?
Oh yeah, I got that red dress you sent me. Oh yes, the red dress that would work.
What about you? Why you keep wearing that bloody white sweater when you've got 2 new hoodies?
You know why?
Why?
So she doesn't like the way things feel sometimes, and it's weird. She's got like that, yeah.
No, yeah, you're right about that. Michelle is very picky about how things feel on her body. Yes.
Oh, well, then that makes sense, Michelle. I don't feel terrible now, but all these years, all these gifts I've sent, and you've never used one. It's all to do with feel.
She could have just told you that, though. But she never
Yeah,
did.
you can just tell me.
Let it go on for years.
Years and years.
Just remember, we all have texture issues at sometimes.
Michelle doesn't love me. She never wears my clothes I sent.
34 views, 8 likes, 18 minutes and 4-second viewer engagement. That's not bad. Well, let's see. You got 34 views, only 8 likes. Where's the other 20 likes? Come on, people. 20 more likes in the like chart would not hurt.
So Michelle, why don't you go look up Bill Speedia, Michelle? He's gonna be hanging out with us on Saturday, Michelle.
Okay. What's his platform going to be for the next election? What's he?
Parental rights laws that are coming into coming to New Jersey.
What about the other issues that New Jersey has, such as the fact
Well, you can bring them up. He was already endorsed by Trump, so he's gonna get elected governor of New Jersey, Michelle.
Yeah, because right now what I know is that the East Coast states have the same problem. Is that they're all pretty much Democratic enclaves, but we got to start turning the economy around, or there's not going to be enough money to pay for all those illegal sanctuary cities that they have.
Well,
hello, Noodles. Can you say hello to Ebony?
Who?
Ebony. She's in chat.
Oh, hey, Ebony. How are you, Miss Ebony? So I'm about to take the biggest shit. It's taking a while.
Ebony, why don't you come on up? It's HVR. You already have the link.
HVR.
HVR.
And anyone else who wants to come up?
Yeah, sure. You have the link.
You've got the link.
Look at the last email I sent you. It's the same link. HVR.
Carrot, you could even come up.
Kara, which one's Kara?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Golden Girl said, time to go. Be productive. Have a great day. Okay.
Oh, have a great day, Golden.
So, Company Flu, speaking of productive, what are you doing today?
He's muted.
Well, I know she's got plans to do something, but I never asked. So whatever she ropes me into.
Yeah.
How many milligrams
Oh,
did
thank
you
you
of
very much, Buff
marijuana?
Carrot. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Dave, it was easily
His
over
noodles going to
1,000. I'll
sleep.
just put
Watch
it that
movie
way.
tonight, Carrot.
Oh my god, dude! I did 50. I was fucked up for 2
I have
days.
no idea. Noodles is gonna want.
See, Dave. Trust me, if you go higher and it
Yes,
floats
Bob
with you
Carrot. I'm sorry.
though for a couple days. The fun ride is when you can get it to last all 3 days.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking for that. Buff Carrot, yes, I will be going to see Lilo and Stitch tonight.
Oh, God, you going with Kaz?
What's that?
You going with the other woman?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Kaz.
You know what's fucked up? Like, I'm like, hey, because she's like, oh, I need to go out. I need this, I need that. And I'm like, yeah, Cassandra, I need sex. And she goes, ew. Like, what do you mean, ew?
She's using you. But you know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Why I don't feel sorry for you anymore. It's up to you. It's up to you.
You know, you cause your own problems. When are you going to learn?
Yeah.
It's just horrible when you know he's. Look, end of the day, Noodles is a decent guy. He messes about. Yeah. But he could do so much better. It's just.
He doesn't try. He doesn't even try.
Yeah, that's the problem, I guess.
I don't like how you guys say that.
I've never seen you once go up to any female. You're like, hey, she looks pretty good. Let me go approach her and talk to her. I've never seen you do it once.
Plus, there's other things. You shouldn't put your whole sex life on the internet when you're with a decent girl. Like, she doesn't want that out there.
Well, that's true. Most girls don't. Unless they're like Noodles, maybe they might.
Noodles is a woman now? Damn it. Noodles, when did you get an operation?
Where's her girlfriends? Where's Cassandra's girlfriend? She doesn't seem to have any friends.
She doesn't have any friends.
That's
red flag number one.
That's a warning sign right there.
Oh,
yeah, red flag, Noodles. Red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah, she doesn't have any female friends, but she probably doesn't have too many male friends either.
I bet she has a lot of male friends, Michelle.
Yeah. I bet she got a lot of male friends.
Easy, guys, easy.
I hope you don't think you're her one and only. Like, she's definitely talking to other people.
I think that the situation with Cassandra is kind of sad, no matter how you look at it.
No,
I mean, let's look at this. You are a young lady, okay, but you basically have a habit of upsetting everybody. You basically are milking a man like a milk machine. You can be rude and obnoxious to innocent people that have never done anything wrong to you. I guess that would be one reason why people want to stay away from her. Because
here's the big question, Michelle. If Noodles had no money, let's say he was skinny for a couple of months, would Cassandra still want to go? Well, she wouldn't be able to go.
I would think probably not. Unfortunately, yeah. She's looking for a sugar daddy. That's what she wanted.
Yeah. But they're both adults and they can do what they want. Oh, God, he's having a wash.
No one's trying to run Noodles off. They're just pointing out the fact.
Michelle?
What?
Do you think you can mind your own business?
Well,
you're talking as a friend, aren't you?
Michelle, you think you can mind your own business? Michelle?
I do mind my own business, but like what I said, when I see what Cassandra was doing to you, Noodles, I saw her as looking for somebody that was a sucker. Thank you very much, Buff
Yeah,
Carey.
Michelle,
Much
I have time.
appreciated. Thank you.
I'm gonna go out. Michelle,
Daily Musha Cha Shake
Michelle,
Please Michelle
I need
Carrot.
to be more of a friend, Michelle. Okay. So get ready for me tomorrow. I'll be there at 6:00 in the morning. We're gonna drive back to
Why
Jersey and
would
go
you
meet
be
the
there at
governor.
6:00 in the morning?
You'll be just going to bed, Michelle. Well, you
Yeah,
can have
6:00
an
in the
early night.
morning.
An early night tonight. There's nothing stopping
Thank
you doing that.
Michelle, it's very important that you
You
get.
know what? It's really important is you didn't shake your muchachas for buff carrots $2.
Yeah, I know. He asked me to do that. Sometimes you can't really see him too well. You can if you weren't.
Thank
You
you.
take care if you take the sweater off.
That's enough.
There you go, Buff. You got your machacha shaked.
That's enough.
Speaking of fixing, you got this. I got it.
I just blew the biggest shit ever.
Yeah.
Was it standing up out of the toilet?
I don't know. I flush like mid shit out of my ass. Like it was so smelly. It smelled so bad.
Oh my
Oh, you prison
Doing a lot
shitted.
of
I see.
McDonald's broccoli raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did some prison shitting.
Yeah.
A little pebble flush.
No. It was like a log. Log.
That's why noodles for people like you that make the big ones. You really need a composting toilet because they don't clog. They can smell pretty bad though. I think those toilets are better for people that are herbivores.
Good morning, the real deal. Again, you fell asleep in the Discord in the lounge. I tried to wake you up, but you weren't listening.
Yeah.
Who's our biggest Discord sleepers? I'd say Noodles is a big Discord sleeper. Who else falls asleep? Nads. Nads sometimes falls asleep. The real deal does it constantly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of weird when people fall asleep in the lounge and like Brad does sometimes, right?
Yeah, Brad does all the time as well.
Well, because he works so much, that's why. It's not like he means to. It just, I think he finds the chat very relaxing, and then he just.
How do I know you were
eyes
sleeping?
closed slowly.
I guess you were sleeping. I was trying to talk to you, but you weren't answering, so I thought you must be sleeping. Yeah, Nads is guilty.
Yeah.
I don't think I've fallen asleep yet.
I almost like the song with Blue by You by Linda Ronstadt. I can almost see the kind of words that would fit with Brad and Nance feel when they're listening to Discord. With the big eyes and the world that's mine, I'm blue by you.
Blue by you.
With the fishing boat and the sails above, if I could only see the beautiful sunrise, the sleepy eyes, how happy I'd feel. So we should make it for Discord version for the people who fall asleep in chat. That'd be a cute song. That'd be like a Dr. Demento version. Dr. Demento! Yeah, we'll work on it this afternoon. That'd be kind of cute.
He's going to work on it this afternoon for Nate and for you, Nads. You're going to get a sleeping song now.
Well, like I said, I wrote 2 country songs. One for the house. The first one that came out was kind of good in one sense, It's more like country blues. It's not really, doesn't have the kind of southern twang you're familiar with from bluegrass. The second one is a little more, maybe a little more warmer, but not quite as the blues. But I'm thinking about using the second song with the pictures that Stan took, because I think it still fits. Yeah. Well, I'm sure I could probably make it into something that sounds a little bit like 80s rock. Or maybe 80s soul or something. I just happen to like country western music. Like, you know. Oh my goodness. Charlie Rich, Charlie Pride, Engelbert Humperdinck is in country, but I like him too. Patsy Cline, Tammy Wynette, Crystal Gale, Linda Ronstadt, the Judds. Yeah, the Judds. Yep, absolutely.
Morning, David S.
Hey, David S., how you doing this morning? Good morning to you. That's true, unless you're never grew up in the 80s, and the next thing you know it, especially for Generation Alpha, they're probably listening to songs from 2020, 2010, 2020, and some of that music is so regurgitated garbage that makes AI basically hang its head in shame, which is true. Yeah. It's just something that's the truth about AI music is until it came up with version 6 of I Love Song AI was it sounded too mechanical, but it seems that Generation Alpha likes that kind of sound. Well, that's fine for Generation Alpha, but I'm sorry, but millennials and Generation X, especially Generation X, are going to go, well, I like music with soul and feeling. Not something like you basically pop in the microwave, set the timer for 1 minute, and then take it out and eat it when it's done.
No preheated music over here.
Yeah. So
comedy is off to Tina's this weekend, I believe.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I wish that your trip goes good with Tina. Comedy Flu.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Make sure she doesn't eat gummies and fall asleep and basically washes out all Saturday.
You lost 2 days, Michelle. It's like, wow.
I don't think they're staying there, are you? It's closer, so they can go home.
Yeah, we're just visiting.
Yeah. Right. That came out around the early 80s. Yep. Yeah, genre music. People create music genres all the time. Oh, by the way, David S., for you guys, you might want to consider this. I looked how much it costs to make cassette tapes. It's not that expensive. You can make 25 cassettes for $3 a tape or $150. No, that's you're close, but you're wrong. It's $75 to $80 on the cheap end. Right. So you can make cassette albums all your work and make them available for your fans. They could buy a locally produced copy of a nice from was it Cosmic Disc, or even NSC, National Recording Service, or something, NRS, so you can have cassette albums for your audience that they can buy, or even make CDs too.
Who's got a cassette player nowadays?
Cassette players are dirt cheap if you don't need any of the fancy features. I just checked out some good condition used ones, so you can buy a brand new pile.
Have you got one?
I do have a basic mono cassette player somewhere in here. I'm not sure where it is right now, but I do have one. I also used to have the Optimus SCT-86, which I just saw one of those on eBay, inexpensive, for one that was a working SCT-86, for like $48. The only reason I originally didn't like the SCT-86 was because the thing was so lightweight. Pushing down the piano keys would make the whole deck kind of flip over if you pushed it while holding it down with your other hand, which kind of sucked. So I'm thinking about getting something like my brother's Onokio dual cassette deck, because it has blank skip features and a few other things I like in Dolby, BC, and HX.
Right, but you don't have any tapes, so you don't need one of them.
Well, as long as you want to make your own tapes for your own use, you can buy some blank ones.
Does that make sense, Michelle, that you would buy a tape player so that you can make your own tapes and spend all that money?
No. I mean, if I want to buy music, I got music on cassettes. I haven't been able to play for years. But if I have a cassette player, I can play some of the music I already recorded. Make sure to buy a vegetable dehydrator so you can bake the tape so you don't lose all your shedding on your oxides. Right, like Kasagi Electric talked about. Right, nice inexpensive food dehydrator. So you can heat the tapes up to 50 degrees Celsius for about an hour, 2 hours, so that the tape doesn't start losing material from the old tapes from the adhesive drying out.
Michelle, read what Grizz said right there. The last statement by Grizz.
And I also definitely would consider making some of my shows available in CDs as well. Some of my music programs that we've done, I would definitely love to release some of Michelle's music on CDs.
Right, but that's going to cost a lot of money, Michelle.
No, really. Not really.
But you can get your music free.
Yeah, but there are people that also probably say, hey, I'd like to be able to play it in my boombox and play, Life in Silver Moon on my boombox at a party. Why not? Oh, Life in Silver Moon.
I have never said I wish I had a boombox so I could play Michelle's music.
Look, there's some good songs Michelle's put together.
I'm saying they're all crap. Some of them are pretty good.
One day, as well as I do, one day YouTube is going to go dark, and if there's no backup copies of Michelle's music anywhere, then she's going to lose everything.
You don't have a copy on your computer?
I do have a copy of some of my stuff, but not everything. That's why the cassettes would be great, or CDs would be great, so I would have a copy, a backup. And with the cassettes, for example, for National Recording Service, or I think it's NRS, or something like that, they have the ability to record tapes up to 90 minutes long. That's 45 minutes a side, which means that I could put a lot of my songs on that cassette, 10 on each side. Yeah. Maybe more.
Right. You own all those songs, so you don't really need to do that. I don't know. You got Teeth coming up as well. Let's concentrate.
Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm saying, July. Maybe July or August. If we can keep getting the donations and the channel growth as we're seeing, that might be an
donations are coming in, Michelle. You can't moan about donations.
Well, I know. I'm like now, as I said, the money right now we're getting is for Teeth, not for making albums. But it's definitely is an idea. I'm also really wonder what that first visit at the dentist is going to be like.
Don't worry about it. They're gonna numb you up, and you won't know nothing. You won't feel nothing.
Oh, I know. When he takes out the fake teeth in the bottom, the 2 real teeth are going to come out with it. Hey, I guess you can't charge me for extraction now, can you?
There you go. Is that stuck in? That bottom thing stuck in? Then you can't take it out.
I can't. No. If I do, I'd probably pull the 2 loose teeth out at the same time.
Oh. Oh, it'll probably be out by the time you go dentist.
And he probably wants to look at the teeth anyway, and see if there's any plaque on them.
Yeah.
Most of our albums are in CD Baby. Well, I definitely saw some inexpensive CDs that I do want to do. And I was looking for a mastering house that did all 3 formats: cassettes, CDs, and records. And there's 2 that do. Okay. And and the prices are not insane. Kanaki is just like Teespring. It's not cheap because the fact is you have to realize that you're buying custom-made records every time an audience person buys a record. It's $38 wholesale. So, and it's not really mass-produced. But if you want to mass-produce a record, you can get them per price that's a lot cheaper, like $16 a disc for a record. And the minimum order is $25, which adds up to like $1,200.
Wow. Morning, Tiff.
That CDs are cheaper, and of course cassettes are the cheapest. 25 cassettes for $150. Oh, less cheaper than that, Michelle.
Where you going? Well, I mean, who's going to buy all these cassettes?
That's just it. Michelle would have to warehouse it because that's the way that you can get the bargain discount.
So you'd have to buy loads of...
I'd have to buy 25 cassette tapes, and they have to sit somewhere until they sell, and then I have to ship them out to the people. But the nice thing is, at the same time, I can slip in little special notes, like little thank yous for, like if someone pays $10 for a donation, and then I can say, okay, they can say, well, I donated $10. I would like to have a cassette. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Just give me your mailing address, and I'll send it out. Hello, Tiff. How you doing? Absolutely. And that's the thing, is that there's people, I don't care what your age group is, this transcends age groups. So you got people that absolutely love the physical, tangible, analog format. They just like the fact that they're holding something physical in their little hands, a cassette tape, for example. Many cars have cassette players in them. So think of this.
Nowadays they don't.
No, older cars do. Some people do buy older cars. So they have a cassette player in it. And if the music is great, they're going to want to buy it. Even if it's just a collector's tape sitting on a shelf somewhere. Just likewise with records. The problem is records are so expensive that most people cannot afford to buy a lot of records because the production is just so high. But if you have a nice inexpensive cassette tape at $3 to $5, people are likely to buy that more than they are want to buy a record for $40.
That's true.
That's like, gee, that's the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. I can get a cassette with Michelle's music on it, and if I don't like it, well, I could always give the tape to somebody else and not feel like I'm losing out too much. Ditto with CDs. if you can market the cassette or the CDs for $5 each as the retail price, you're gonna still come home with a nice little profit. Even if you decide to basically just break even. For me, that would be fine to break even. I want people to be able to hear the content. Yeah.
Hi, X. How are you doing?
How you doing, X? Yeah, I'm sure not everybody bought cassette players back then either. 20 years old, 2005, cassettes were pretty much not very much a standard feature anymore. My mom had a Buick car that had both a cassette and a CD player in it. So she was able to play both cassettes and CDs, and she paid extra to have the cassette option. Right. So in that case, you might want to check. David, if you want me to give you the name of the companies that I checked out for myself, they are a pretty reputable company. One of them is Noricon. And the other one is called, I think, National Recording Service. And then those are the two that I would recommend. Even Kanaki makes cassettes. Okay, let me talk about the Kanaki. Kanaki ones only record tapes that are 90 minutes long. That does not offer Dolby B, C, or HX noise reduction. The other two companies offer cassette tapes in Dolby B, C, and HX noise reduction. Okay. Both three basically offer labels, J cards, cases. So, I mean, I haven't had played cassette in years either, but even I'm thinking about buying another cassette player or recorder because, well, there was something magical, like for me, in the 70s and 80s when messing around with cassette tape. You know.
I just don't know who's going to buy them, I guess.
Right, but it costs money to put it on Spotify. It's not free. But you're right. It would get around more if I put it on Spotify.
How much is it to put it on Spotify?
I don't know. David S. probably knows more about the prices than I do. And as we've been improving our recording medium and our formats and our making the songs tell more of a story, people are starting to listen to them more.
What's your favourite song you've ever made, Michelle? Your personal.
My favorite song? It's Lummy's Time. It's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And if you can find that in my MP3, my music playlist. Hi, Margot. I'm doing okay.
Hi, Margot.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's about cassette rewinders. I always played when I was a kid. I always usually played the tape from beginning to end as a kid. And I was always kind and I always rewind. Although I'm also interested in getting another reel-to-reel deck too, because I got tons of reel-to-reel tapes that I haven't played in a long time either. Oh, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I think I heard the follow there. Okay, Spotify account is free. Okay. Sure, I could upload some of the stuff to Spotify. I know that there were some sites that were not free. Yeah, CDs and hybrid disc CD/DVD is also an option. Or a box set of both, like I did with the one song there from Vivaldi's Seasons. Comes with a CD and a DVD. So you can it comes with both. So you can watch the DVD and the video montage, or you can play the music CD version. That's in the closet out on the porch. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're going out with Noodles tomorrow.
Right. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that's where the price comes in. Right. Okay, so
Are you?
and that's $10 to $20. You'll have to use a distributor. Distributors charge one-time fee per single album, ranging from $10 to $50. Well, I don't know any distributors, and some also take royalties. Well, being I actually own the copyrights to these songs, that's fine. And so that's an idea too. But I actually developed a different attitude that's similar to the GPL license. Is look, I'm making the songs available for you to use for free. Right now, you don't have to pay me any kind of license fee. All I ask you to do is to just let people know where you got the music from.
That's very nice of you, Michelle.
Yeah, I know. I actually got an external DVD Blu-ray player recorder already that was given to me by Brian B.C., which we used a couple times to try to rip some video discs, but they were encoded. Why would the Church of Scientology use Nagravision encoding on a DVD?
Why are you trying to rip a Church of Scientology's CD?
So I can put it in the spirituality ascension section. But after I watched the DVD, it didn't seem like it really answered any questions. It left me with more questions than answers.
Oh. Did one of your trolls send you the DVD?
Yeah, one of my trolls sent me the DVD. So I figured might as well put it to use.
Thank you, trolls.
Well, the good thing is my steering wheel works with the PlayStation 5 too. Yeah, and the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. Only thing is we have no place to physically put the stupid steering wheel on another game console.
So you're playing WoW tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna be playing WoW tonight. Well, at least that's the plan, anyway. Yeah, both of my both of my laptops have DVD burners too. My my MacBook, the 2010, that definitely has a super drive. The other MacBook also has a DVD-ROM, but CD or W drive. I think it also has a super drive as well. My PC has a super drive, and with the external Blu-ray drive, I got a super drive on here as well. Yes, I did, and they are registered. I have the licenses directly from I Love Sung AI. I have the copyright licenses. So I have the professional licenses for the songs. They're mine. That's why I'm on the plane I'm on, is because I can copyright my music. I don't know about the PlayStation 3 if it had Blu-ray. AI song is 100%. Well, it doesn't, because it was also manually created by me. In fact, we checked this in the copyright. The music was not 100% created because there was human involvement in selecting the lyrics, the tone, the type, the theme, possibly editing the lyrics to fit a certain mood. That immediately makes the song human created with AI assisted. So, which means the United States Copyright Office, well, is still not sure of that where they're going to go with the AI music. At this point, it counts as human created or human derived. No, they would probably, but Michelle ain't going to be able to pay no $10 a song. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Yes, I have the copyrights and the original lyrics.
I'm going home. I'm going home. That's it. I have it's it.
What's Noodles playing?
He's working.
I know he's working.
I don't know. What is that he's looking at?
I'm looking at a construction site. So, Bradley, how are you doing?
He's muted.
Michelle, I don't talk to losers, all right? All right, Michelle? You want to continue to be a loser, Michelle? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. You want to be a winner like me, Michelle? Then you better start listening to me, Michelle, and calling me when I call you, or answering when I call you.
Why don't you like answering the phone, Michelle?
What?
Why don't you like answering the phone?
Because one is because of my hearing, which is true. And number two, because it's not necessarily convenient with me to answer the phone sometimes.
Well, generally you stop what you're doing and you answer the phone.
Yeah, but you still gotta deal with the hearing problem. Yeah. I mean, Nils, you can do the same thing. You can text me too, and I wouldn't give a fuck. Honestly.
So you guys going out tomorrow or not?
I have no idea. All I know is he jokingly said 6 in the morning. So I don't know what the plans are for tomorrow or for real. Yeah. So I say probably tomorrow. Yeah, I know I did the F-bomb. Sorry. It's okay. I didn't make a lot of them. It's just true. I don't really worry about
Don't worry about it. You're making more of a big deal about it by talking about it.
Right.
You just said the F word.
And on top of that, right now, I demonetized the stream already because of Joseph S. Grace and stuff like that.
Okay. What are you having for your dinner today, Michelle?
You see, Eleanor, you're right. See, they're trying to nickel and dime you to death. Not only do you have to pay for a distributor, you're going to pay for a monthly subscription. I mean, let's be honest. If you're on a tight budget, you're not going to be wanting to pay out the nose just to have a music languish on their hard drive somewhere.
Michelle, I think I'm really stepping away from your channel. Your channel doesn't have it anymore. It doesn't have the oomph that it once did, Michelle. And I think you lost it too. So I'm publicly stepping away from you and your channel.
Well, you changed your content too, which I do understand. You want to go into controversies and political stuff, which I get. Which there's nothing wrong with that. My channel's changed a lot over the years, Noodles. It really hasn't been all the same. Remember, sometimes the changes are subtle, and sometimes they're not so subtle. Yeah, absolutely, David S. I agree with you. The whole copyright system has been abused for years by the music industry. It needs to be totally reworked, or I wouldn't abolish it. But I definitely agree with something like the FCC is doing with the delete campaign, is they need to do the same thing with the United States copyright. They need to revise it and change the rules. I mean, it's just getting to be ridiculous. It's the big record companies can afford to pay the huge money prices needed, but the small fries are like the ones that are getting screwed. Yeah, it has been screwed up. Well, Niles is still in the chat. It's just quiet right now.
I can barely hear you guys.
Well, it's 11:44, and it's pretty slow right now. I mean, we got the viewers, but 33 of them, but it's still slow. So we got 33 watching right now.
That's good, Michelle.
Yeah, it is.
Hello, all 33 watching.
Don't forget to all 33 to put the likes in the like chart. That would help a lot. And don't forget to post a share out the channel to everybody. Don't just start leaving because I said that. That's not even fair. Come on, guys. You like the show for all 33 watching, and why don't you come on back and help support the channel by letting people know about the channel. Yeah, definitely. I don't know anything about who Don Henley is or why he does that. Now, that's an example of what I'm talking about. Here's the other problem with the copyright system. Even if it's if a video or song before 1925, 1929, guess what? Somebody could offer the same song in a box set, and they can renew the copyright of that song. Even though the original copyright had expired and was in the public domain. Now, you now hold the copyright, and now because you renewed it for your box set of Depression era music, right? Whatever you want to call it, or Roaring 20s, all of a sudden now, anybody that originally found the original song, when it originally was released, you can copyright strike them. All you have to do is say you remastered it or you improved the sound quality. Even if you're playing the original song from the original 78s, guess what? You can copyright strike them. This is BS, man. I mean, come on.
Michelle, you have become everything that I never wanted to become and everything that I hate. Everything that I watch on YouTube that I despise, you've become it. And I no longer want to do business with you, Michelle. You got these freaks hanging around with
Wait
you.
a minute. Let's see now. It said here, because everything that I hate, everyone that I watch on YouTube that I despise, you become. Well, how so? How did I become everything that you hate?
Well, ever since you became a YouTube superstar, right? I think it's gone to your head. And also, you've been hanging out with this fucking freak Nads and this freak Galaxy Eyes, which I don't think should be around your channel.
Well,
I
funny
think
you should say this, Noodle. She came in this morning, Galaxy Eyes, and said she's leaving and goodbye. And we haven't seen her since. So, I don't know what you've done. I
was just calling her Gutierrez Eyes or something.
Oh,
And
yes,
she got all mad.
I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember now from him, from the Eagles. Yeah. He's not gonna like it when we take his entire catalog from him. Speaking of that, given his age, I think the Grim Reaper eventually is gonna call his name up soon, right? I wonder who he's gonna be having his music library licensed to after that.
She did sell some wire. She sold 2. Them records you were selling, that's a good point, Wire. They weren't even your music. They were someone else's music.
Yeah,
You put on a record.
it definitely was a bootleg record, but it was created for a reason. That was...
Nah, you committed a crime. And whoever bought one is also committing a crime.
We used to do the same thing back in the 80s with mixtapes, too. Oh, yes. That was a real thing.
Now, Michelle, I'm definitely stepping away from you because of your criminal activities now.
No,
will
you stop. Come on. Stop basically stop trying to dampen everybody's spirit every morning.
Michelle, let's go take a road trip down to freaking Tiger Kitty's place.
Because it's
Just
not
go
a
up.
single road trip. It's going to take hours. It's going to take almost as long as it did to go to Slingshots.
Who cares? Michelle, we got nothing else going on this weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. Are you going to go see the parade?
No, I don't usually watch the Memorial Day parade, although it is this weekend. I can watch the parade from my front door. Literally. Again, like I said, the copyright laws are stupid in this country. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act, for example, is so obsolete already. It should have been. It never should have been. Well, the problem is there was big lobbyists who actually wanted the copyright laws like they are, including Walt Disney. Well, you know what though? I would say, looking at it this way, it was a limited edition album. It's not like she's selling hundreds of them. It's very limited edition. Okay, it was a commemorative album. The sound quality
Yeah,
isn't
but
even that good.
very illegal though. Thinking about it.
Civil court. I don't think the record company's going to waste their money fighting a person that just sold like maybe about 5 of them.
Did you sell 5?
I think so. I think I sold 5.
I never knew you sold 5. Who's buying these albums?
I don't know. That's a good question. But I believe I did sell 5 because my album is still available on Kanaki.
Wow.
They normally take the record out of the collection after 6 months. So
I mean, I didn't buy one because I don't have a record player. I don't know anyone who's admitted to buying one. But I guess people have. I bet Stan bought one.
I don't know. In my case, you can. Yeah, you actually can. You can actually You can actually download my songs and make a pressing of them yourself because of the way I licensed them. All I ask is that you give proper, remuneration or honor where the music came from, so people know where the original source was. Just gotta cite your sources. I don't have that kind of a personality where I want to basically be like Don Henley, complain because you happen to be wanting to sing. No, take it easy. Come on. I'm not like that. If somebody wants to use my music, it's under the GNU public license. I still own it, but you can share it. In fact, on my next album I'm going to release, which is not any of the bootleg stuff, it's going to say right out front, you can copy this record till the cows come home. I don't care, but just make sure that you let people know where the songs come from.
Did you let people know on that album where the songs come from?
Well, I already know they were copyrighted. It does have the original name of the singers on them.
Oh, does it?
Well, I still have copyright. The point is that in my music, as I said, it's released under the GNU public license. So anybody can copy it, modify it, change it. That's what I decided to do. As far as the bootleg album, yeah, it was only done for a limited edition for special. It wasn't done for a regular thing. It wasn't like I was going to try to become the next K-Tail or the next Sessions Presents. I just made a limited number of them specifically for the reason of promoting Silver Moon, Radio AM 1610. But the sad truth is, given how the copyright law is, and that that Kick is becoming popular, right now you already know that they're getting very antsy about movies. Sooner or later, it's gonna be that you can't play copyrighted music on Kick either. That's coming. That day is coming, unfortunately. And then when that happens, guess what? Silver Moon becomes a thing of the past. Unless I can get a good license deal from ASCAP, CSAC, and BMI to continue to play the music. But that's going to cost a lot of money for a license. And for a small operation like Silver Moon, that's not going to be affordable for me. Paying $1,000+ a year is a bit much. Sure, they can play my music. Radio stations, if they're willing to play it, could certainly play it. The country western songs, we could probably get the local country western stations to play the songs. The rock songs, maybe like WDRC, maybe not so much, but KC 101 might. They might go,
What's
well.
Noodles doing, Michelle? Look. What are they doing there with that stick? It's like vacuuming up cement or something.
What stick? The red stick there?
No, look, Noodles. What's he doing?
It looks like he's cleaning up. It probably looks like they're getting ready to lay a floor, tile floor.
Really? Show the panel, Michelle.
No, I can show the panel. Just give me a second.
Actually, they're making a hole in the floor. They're drilling a hole.
Yeah. Right, so they're probably going to get ready to. So right now, they're probably getting ready to run cables and conduit through the floor, which looks like it's reinforced rebar.
So maybe that's hot.
That's why he's probably got the vacuum so that it can suck up the dust from the drill.
Is that a vacuum that sucks water up, maybe?
No, it's a shop vac, so it don't look like it's water he's sucking up, but
it does look like water to me.
You can see he's using a pneumatic drill. See the fitting on that? That's not using water, that's using pneumatics.
Oh, is it? That looks like water to me.
Oh.
He's sucking up water, Michelle.
Okay, he might be using water too, I guess.
Maybe the water's to stop it getting too hot.
Right, that's what it usually be used for. Yeah, it is water. So, yeah. You're right. That's what would be cooling the bit. So now, is that a pneumatic drill or is that a electric drill with a water feed on it? I only see one hose on it, Loom. I don't see another hose. See? Although I do see, maybe if you could manage to pitch the thing up, I can see if it's an electric motor or a pneumatic motor on that drill. I think it's probably electric. Yeah.
Wow.
It's taking a long time to go through that structure. Pretty thick concrete on it.
Yeah, he might be really up high. It might be a real thick floor.
It's obviously a thick floor. It's obviously a very thick floor. It's starting to get down lower now. Is that pneumatic or is that electrically powered? It's obviously got a controlled feed rate going down. It's just... Right. That makes sense.
Oh, it's coming up. Oh, it's going back down.
Yeah, I do too. So that's the difference between... That's why we actually use our music on my own show, because we have the license them, we have the copyright for them, so they can't copyright strike us. YouTube would absolutely have a miserable time since I Love Song AI also has a copy of my licenses. So, well, he's finally getting through. You can see that the bit is slowly lowering down into the... Yeah, that's pretty thick.
Nice bit of kit, that, Michelle. I bet you'd love one of them.
I don't have really use for anything like that. I can't tell. All I know is I see the water line. I don't see either an electric cord or pneumatic line on it. I understand how you're doing. Unless those lines are on the top of it. You just showed the top of the Joe right there. Okay, it looks like it's electric.
She knows her stuff, doesn't she?
Namaste, how you doing?
Hi, Rusty. How you doing?
Yeah, we'll get the cat on TV so you can see him. Oh, I know.
Ah, hey, Pudding.
I changed his kitty litter this morning because it was time.
Yeah.
He still wants to go out once in a while, but I'm going to wait a little while before I let him out. Like, once it gets like 28 degrees Celsius next week, I'll probably be outside too.
Right. He doesn't seem bothered he's not going out. He doesn't care. He's happy wherever.
Yeah. He's happy. He's got what he wants. He's got a good place to sleep. He's got food. He's got a warm body to lay next to. You're laying on top of my coffee cup. What are you doing? Oh, he's giving me a buzz. Only problem is you can't really hear him though. He doesn't get the loudest purr in the world. Well, you probably could have. I put the microphone near his nose. But he's not like Noodles. He doesn't necessarily always want to have a camera stuck to his face.
Oh, there goes your screen.
Well, he still likes to push my monitor around, though.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. How you doing? Yeah, I know. And the big radio stations, they get licenses from BMI, ASCAP, and CSAC.
There's the hole, Michelle. He's finished.
Yeah. It's obviously for renting a conduit of some sort.
Oh, look. See down the hole.
Yeah. Oh, you see what the problem was.
How thick it is.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, but you can see that you can see the rebar in that hole, too. You can see the rebar it had to cut through. It's probably going to be for conduit. I can just visualize the amount of dust that would be kicking up if he didn't have it.
Yeah.
That's the other reason why they were using water, too, is to keep the dust at a minimum. David is the way above. All bars and restaurants that play music live or pre-recorded have to pay as much as a year for a license. So much a year for a license. I know they do. You're right. And that's part of the issue. Even if they're listening to a radio in the business, like, say, local radio station like WDRC, they have to pay for their own license just to play the radio station. Even though the radio station already paid for its license to broadcast the music. It's the reason why the copyright system is so crazy. Because now you're getting double dipping. You're actually charging the station to play the songs. And then the businesses that want to play this radio station is going to pay again for a license. But the license doesn't go to WDRC. Again, it's got to go to BMA, CSAC, and ASCAP. And that's the reason why it's strange. Why would you say that, Buff? I don't know if he's Scottish or not, but he's a pretty chill cat.
Because he's got that ginger hair.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got that ginger look. He looks more like a sandy cat, but, you know, he does got red in him. Well, I have a FCC Part 15 AM radio station, but I'm waiting to see how it goes with the request for comments in the new FCC delete campaign, because they're trying to revamp some of the licensing for smaller, lower power AM radio stations now, like community-based radio stations, even like mine, which still wouldn't exempt me from the licensing for the music, but at least I wouldn't have to charge me $3,000 just to get a license, just to apply for an application, just to enter into an auction. That's crazy. How many people in a small community can afford to pay $3,000 just to enter an auction to get a license when you got those big stations that can spend $3,000 on a meal? I mean, that's insane. Especially when you're only asking for like 12 watts of power to cover a community. Oh yeah, I believe it. The radio shows are pre-recorded. Right. This is Silver Moon Station legal. Well, it's on Kick. It's not actually broadcasting in the open airwaves. And lately, we've been playing a lot of music from the Internet Archive. Yeah, Rusty, if he was a human being, would probably be a big, pretty tough old cat, or a human man. Certainly knows how to take it out if he had to. I think it's time I take out the garbage, so you're gonna go. Nice seeing you, boy. Bye. He used to be a very, very active, scrappy tomcat. Oh my God, that Rusty used to fight cats all the time. He's got the ear damage to prove it. Not if she's. As I said, Kick is starting to crack down on copyright. So that's the reason why we've been doing more of our own music. It's just easier to avoid that issue with the DMCA. But, you know, the problem is I get people complain that my music stinks. The thing is, my music actually doesn't necessarily stink. It's like me and ChatGPT have been working on it and saying is, look, let's make the music sound more human. At least try. And we did do some experiments. You heard the song there, Just Us Two in the Ether. That song was one of the ones that we used with I Love Song AI version 6, which sounds pretty good. And then we have the new video, which is Ain't No Budget High Enough. It also goes under civil court as well. Yeah. But is the NPAA or the RIAA going to go after a person that they know isn't going to get any money? They want to go for the big bad boys. They're not going to go for the little one that only has maybe about 20 listeners. They're going to want to go with the stations up to get like thousands of listeners because they know that they can afford it to pay the fines. It's definitely a sticky wicket when you talk about copyright. Do you want to show them the new song you just created? Yeah, but David, that still doesn't solve the problem. Even if you were listening to Sirius XM, you still gotta pay. If you want to retransmit that, not only do you have to pay for the Sirius XM broadcast, you still gonna end up paying ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. So, which means that you're still stuck paying double licensing. So, this is again where copyright licensing needs to be fixed. How did we ever get into this mess in the first place? Greed, greed, greed. That's really what it is. The big record labels want to keep their piggy banks full, which is understandable. Okay, the musicians want to get paid, which we understand that. The songwriters got to get paid. The performers, the vocalists got to get paid. The production, distribution people got to get paid. It's a lot of money, and that's the reason why it doesn't bring in a lot of money at all. I gotta use the bathroom. Yeah, I gotta use the bathroom too. So, why don't we just use the bathroom and I'll be right back, okay? Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. And you can see Noodles is still working on his work. I know. All right, so why don't we liven the air up a little bit? So let me pull up something here because it's kind of getting kind of quiet anyway. So let's liven up the air a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're going to play the two new songs that I'm working on. One you already heard, which I'm gonna play again because I still like
Michelle, are you jealous right now, by any chance?
You need what?
How jealous are you right now?
About
Michelle.
what? About seeing a hole in the floor? I don't know why Michelle would need to put a hole in the floor. You need a hole in the head. No. All right. So let's take a look at this here. All right, so this is the newest song I'm working on. I don't have the animations yet with it, but this is what it sounds like. There's two versions of the song. I think the second one is a lot better than the first one. So here we go, people. Take a listen to this.
I packed my bags, left town with grace, hopes high as the sky, wind on my face. Saw that cottage sitting under the pines, thought this little house could be mine. The porch had charm, the shutters were blue, but once I stepped in, I sure got the view. Ain't no budget high enough, ain't no bids low enough. Can't save a dream when the walls can't stand and the floorboards all turned to dust. The pumps rusted out and the critters moved in. Even the wires ran off with the wind. Love the look, 'cause honey, no, this ain't my new zip code. The footing sunk,
I like this song.
drainage
It's cool.
shot, and the only guest here are the mosquitoes I swat. That septic tank's a little too bold, parked up
This is so
close like it's
disgusting,
got a
Michelle.
hold. No cell bars, no
It's a pretty cool
files,
song, actually.
even DMs.
But it's
disgusting.
animations for the pictures that
Don't waste
they gave
your
me.
time, ain't no budget high enough, ain't no bids low enough. You can paint the walls and hang new blinds, but you can't hide a rotten mud combined. The charm is sweet, the roof's a wreck, even Donald Trump would say
Oh
pass
my
the check.
God.
I gave it a look, but darling, I know this ain't my new zip code.
I actually like it though.
No, it's disgusting, Michelle. It's almost as disgusting as Galaxy and Nads combined, Michelle.
Maybe someday I'll find that porch
Well, I think the song does
where the
speak
screen
to
door
some
squeaks
stories
and the
about.
church bells ring, where the floor don't groan and the taps run clear, and I ain't chased off by mold and fear. Ain't no budget high enough, ain't no dreams tough enough to turn this shack into a home sweet light when the shadows creep in every night. So I'll keep moving boots on the ground till the right front porch comes around. This one's cute.
Michelle, play it backwards.
I can't play it backwards. I have to
Michelle.
come use Audacity to
It
do that.
just ain't my zip code.
Like they did in that movie, The Gate, Michelle. I don't remember The Gate.
Going on.
I think it actually came up pretty good for what it is. But no, it's supposed to be something that said that ain't no time for a money pit. So what's the hole in the floor for, Noodles? Cables or pipes?
Michelle, shut up.
I know, but what's put a hole in the floor? What's the reason for that?
Michelle, you want to get a hot dog? A government hot dog?
A hot dog? Not really.
Hey, how are you? Get this.
Yeah.
Would you like a straw or any condiments for the hot dog?
No, thank you.
You can play all the music you want. $36.95 a month on satellite radio. The thing is, you still gonna have to pay for the license to be a NASQ and CSAC. And that's something that small
Michelle, are you
fries-
jealous of my government hot dog, Michelle?
No, I'm not.
You want to see me eat the government hot dog, Michelle?
Not really.
Why not?
What?
We had the hot dogs in Connecticut.
Yeah, the hot dogs we had at the truck rally.
Yeah.
Those were the longer ones, long skinny ones.
Yep. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Michelle, how absolutely jealous are you, Michelle?
Of what? What am I supposed to be jealous of, Noodles?
Look, I can get Caribbean food, Michelle. I can get Rasta pasta, oxtail wings, jerk pork, jerk chicken, some chicken tender. I don't know.
I don't know much about the Caribbean food except the ones the Jamaican food we had was definitely in the yuck category.
Yeah, that was basically it. It's like Indian. We ate Indian, and they called it Caribbean. What a bunch of thieves! It was just Indian food. So anyway, here's my hot dog, Michelle. $2.50. The government charged me $2.50 or 250 pennies, and I'm about to eat it, Michelle.
Yeah.
Do you want to show your viewers the government hot dog? What a government hot dog looks like, Michelle?
Yeah, but we still gotta deal with the other areas, such as the different actual companies, such as Warner Brothers.
Michelle, I'm about to unwrap the government hot dog. I don't know if you want to bring it up full screen.
WMG. What?
I'm about to unwrap the government hot dog. Maybe you could put it on full screen, Michelle.
Sakes. Hold on a bit. See, that's the other thing. You still got to deal with WMG, SME, and
there's the government hot dog right here, Michelle. Government hot dog right here.
I see
being unwrapped. Unwrapped. There you go. There it is, right there, Michelle.
Yeah, I see it.
$2.
So what is
$2.50 for the government hot dog.
Here's the thing that's really scary, guys. Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, Sony Music Entertainment, okay? Even if you have the ASCAP, the BMI, and CSAC licenses on YouTube, they're still going to try to copyright strike you and restrict you. Even if you show that you have the licenses from ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. I don't understand why they do that, but it's almost like you have to buy licenses from them too. Well, it's a hot dog. Probably not even much more tasty than Nathan's or Hebrew National, which is halfway decent hot dog. Yeah. Don't choke on it now. Chew carefully.
The crunch and the snap, Michelle.
I hear you. So is that got a natural casing or is that got a I think it's
It's a
natural.
government hot dog, Michelle. It's probably nothing about it is natural.
Hi, Bradley S. How you doing?
Mmm. Mmm.
I have to look at the licensing because there's always that fine print. That's just it. That's one of the reasons like that's the saying about the copyright law in this country is stupid.
What is bone-in hot dog, Bradley Sharp? That's what he eats at night. Oh, ah, ha, 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 ha. Bradley Sharp. Michelle, look at the government Red Bull right here. Government Red Bull. Right here. Let's crack it open.
Why have caramel color on that when you can't even see it in the can? I don't understand why they even did that. They wanted to make it look like cola. That's stupid.
Government Red Bull, Michelle, right there. Government Red Bull, Michelle.
Yes, I know. I won't be on Turtle Well anymore. First of all, he doesn't do anything with Turtle Wow. He doesn't even play the game, Michelle. So give us a break. That's the only day we've really been able to get you on here just recently. And
Michelle, get rid of these fucking people who want to play Turtle Wow with you. Get rid of Galaxy Eyes, get rid of Nads, get rid of fucking Gaming Fairy, get rid of all this trash.
No, neither one of those people are bad people, Noodles. You know that. Anyway, I think it's time to get ready to wrap it up. Seems like everybody's getting ready to go home. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up too. So, Noodles, I'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, Michelle, call me.
I'll text you. All right, bye. Yeah, let's get ready to go home. Time for people to go wrap it up. No, the thing is, I know when we're down to 22 people and it's been a slow Friday morning. It's not the worst Fridays I've had, but it's been a slow day. I think we need to make a correction on that one song because the text in the end doesn't actually get read out. You need to change it so it says spoken. Yeah, okay, I'll fix that. I don't really think anyone really should worry about Noodles as much. It's just not worth it. He just has his own viewpoint, and that's all I can say. I mean, if you're happy being here, you should be happy to be here, and you should feel welcome to stay here at all times. Absolutely. Because it makes the show the show. Oh, yeah! Thank you very much, Michelle, for the kind words. Thank you. Oh, yeah! All right. Noodles has got a viewpoint that's different than mine. And remember what Gidgey didn't come in today, but when Gidgey had a chance to really get to understand more about me, she realized that I'm one of a kind. For the most part, because there's very few like me out there in the world here. Yeah. Well, So I do like the song, but I do want to change it a little bit. I like the second version. The first one is a little too slow. The thing is that the caption in the end doesn't actually get read out. There's a text message she says in the end of the song about a money pit, which for some reason doesn't get read out. Yeah. But anyway, we'll work on that. Chris, what we need to talk about. You're in my Discord, DM me, okay? So DM if you want to, Chris, DM me on Discord. I will be free this afternoon to type at you. The problem is Noodles has got his own ideas of what he wants his channel to be. Which is fine. But I don't want to go in the same way he does. My show is different. My show is different than a lot of the YouTube content that's out there. I want to create a channel where people feel welcome. And that's what I want to do. Unfortunately, people like Joseph Grace really have a habit of actually sending people very negative vibes. And Noodles sometimes seems to encourage that, and that's the reason why so many people are so tired of it. Well, as far as the Joseph Grace, I had to send him out because the fact of the matter was he was getting a little bit too raunchy, and I didn't really feel it was appropriate for the morning show. Noodles doesn't necessarily mean harm, but he gets mad because I send him text messages instead of calling him. But he doesn't realize that with my hearing loss, sometimes texting somebody is easiest. You know. But it feel, but not from lack of effort on your part. Noodles is his own man, and that's all I can tell you. Okay? He has his own approach to things, and it's different than mine, which is fine. Let's just agree that he's a different genre than me. You want to get the blessing in? Yeah, we might as well, right? Oh, I got a perfect one for today. For the next few days. I think I know what you want to say. Yeah. You want to do it first? Yeah. Okay. Let's make sure we're on the same page. Okay, there we go. May Mother God, Father God, Angel Spirit Guys, please turn up the thermostat and turn off the sprinklers. Amen to that. Let's get some warmth back outside. And likewise, may all of you make sure you have extra layers to keep warm with until Mother Nature or whoever the spring spirit is turns up the thermostat. The service is ended. Go out there in peace, love, kindness, generosity, decency, and don't forget the party on, dude. And everybody, we'll see you tonight, most likely for Turtle WoW. If not Turtle WoW, we'll find another game to play. Absolutely. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summers